Hello and welcome to Udyamini Speaks, a podcast where we highlight the challenges, the journey, and the triumph of rural women entrepreneurs across the states of Assam and West Bengal. I'm your host, Sangeeta Bhattacharjee, and a little bit about the program Udyamini Speaks. It is brought to you by 5 non-profit organizations of India. Udyamini is an initiative which aims to build a very strong ecosystem for all our rural women entrepreneurs. These entrepreneurs are engaged in multiple value chains across sectors like agriculture, handloom, and even emerging businesses, say for instance, clean technology, solar energy, and so on. The idea is to create this vibrant and this digitally skilled network of women entrepreneurs, so that they do not just connect with each other, support each other, but also uplift their respective communities. And today we have with us a very special person, Shri Anupam Dutta. He is a senior official from Gulab, Borbora State Institute of Panchayat and Rural Development, SIPRD, Assam. And he has extensive experience in rural governance and institutional capacity building. He has been actively involved in designing and supporting development programs intricately associated with rural entrepreneurs, especially the women entrepreneurs. We welcome you, sir, to our studios.
Thank you so much.
And we look forward to a very insightful discussion with you on this topic here today. So if I could start with my very first question, I would want to know that what SIPRD actually does in the area of entrepreneurship building, so to say, in the rural areas, but especially in the context of women entrepreneurs.
First of all, I would like to introduce our institute, that is Gulab Borbora State Institute of Panchayat and Rural Development. It is an institute under Panchayat and Rural Development Department of Government of Assam. Our main clientele group are the elected representative of the Panchayati Raj institutions and the officials of the Panchayati Raj department. Along with them, we conduct training programs for all the line departments. We conduct training programs for our sister organization, Assam State Rural Livelihood Mission Society. As well as we conduct training programs in association with many organizations who come forward for training programs to be associated with us. So in that context, in the context of rural entrepreneurship for women specifically, SIRD had been associated with many rural development programs which are related with income generation. So since 2000, year 2000, we have been associated with many rural development programs which are associated with women entrepreneurship.
Okay.
So initially, all the programs of Ministry of Rural Development at the central level, they also had one component of creating entrepreneurship in the rural areas. So during those days also, centrally sponsored schemes were available. After that, our state governments also introduced many programs where women entrepreneurs were selected, and they were trained up by our institute and they went for bank linkages.
Okay.
So ultimately they could open their enterprises and they were found to be very successful because in that terms, because whenever the repayment is good, we consider that enterprise to be sustainable.
True.
And they are successful in their field or activity.
True, true, absolutely. All right, now talking about rural women, talking about their interest in business, building up businesses, and not just building it, sustaining it as well. I'm sure they face a lot of challenges, and you being associated with them at the ground level, I would really want to know what are these roadblocks that they face? I mean, whether socially, economically, whatever aspects, what are the challenges they face actually?
First of all, madam, what I want to say is that our women, whatever activity they are associated with, they do these activities when they are free. After doing their household activities, whatever time is left with them, During that time only they are associated with the activity.
Okay.
So, in state of Assam, we have seen that this is a major challenge because women has to do their household work in the rural areas,
Right.
and whenever they are free, they take up these economic activities. So, in most of the cases, it is not commercial activity.
Okay.
So, whatever they produce, it is mostly for their family requirements.
All right.
And during the festivals, they produce more.
Okay. Then it is for the market.
And the amount of production which is required for commercialization
Right.
is also a challenge for these women. Second, they need some money to start their activities.
True.
So, if government provides them with some initial support in the form of revolving fund, we have seen that these women are successful in their entrepreneurship skills.
Right, right.
And in some cases, family support is also a challenge.
Very true.
In rural areas, still they face some problem while they come out of their house and do some economic activities.
True, true, true. Absolutely. And we talk of all these policies, and if we see from the implementation perspective, whether it is the Rural Livelihood Mission or whether it is the PMFME, what I want to know is that to what extent are they creating sustainable opportunities for these women at the ground level, that is.
So, madam, as I have told you that these women under these government's programs, it has been very, very successful because they can take up the activity they like,
Right.
they are interested in, and the initial also support is coming from the government. So, they get a revolving fund to start their activities. After that, there is a economic support.
Okay.
So, they can go for some loans without much hassle in the bank.
All right.
So, they get those money and they can enhance their business activities for which they can earn more, which creates sustainability and livelihood opportunities for them at the village level itself.
Okay.
So, we have seen success in that implementation of the programs in our state.
All right, all right. So the support is there, you say. And now again, talking of the different skilling programs that SIPRD is doing, maybe independently, maybe in collaboration with other organizations. Could you share a little bit more about, in details about these skilling programs, and then perhaps we could go on to other directions as well.
So, as an institute, we have our own faculty members who are well acquainted with the subject related to entrepreneurship development as well as capacity building.
Okay.
So, we have been associated with many Assam government programs related with entrepreneurship development. As I have already told that since 2000 we implemented one program. So, Chief Minister Jivan Jyoti Soniyojan Yojana. So, there we covered around 70,000 beneficiaries, out of which around 33,000 were women beneficiaries.
Okay, wonderful.
So, they got the capacity building training right from community mobilization.
All right.
Getting the capacity building, getting the skill development training, and then they took up those activities where they were interested.
Okay.
So, ultimately they were very, very successful when they came up as an enterprise, and they could recover and repay the loans they took from the banks. Almost 90% loans were repaid during that period from 2005 to 2014-15.
All right.
So, that was a successful venture we did. And again, I would like to mention, we are associated with a CSR project of Oil India Limited.
Okay.
So, that is known as Rupantar, which has been implemented in the oil operated areas, Oil India Limited operational areas in the 3 districts of Tinsukia, Dibrugarh and Choraidu. So, in those areas also, we have seen that almost out of 33,000 beneficiaries, more than 22,000 are women beneficiaries.
All right. Okay.
And they have been very, very successful, getting support from the program of Rupantar. And they take up activities like, which are women-related activities like agriculture and allied. In that case, they are going for poultry farming, dairy farming, piggery farming. Again, they take up activities like commercial activities like beautician. They take activities like tailoring. So, those are the experience we have got for the last 25 years working in the field of entrepreneurship,
Right.
and especially associated with the women entrepreneur.
Right.
Again, I would like to mention that we have tie up with almost all the skill development institutes in the states, universities, where we can provide the training program to the beneficiaries who are associated with us.
All right.
And this institute is always ready, and even we tie up with the other departments. I would like to mention that we have tie up with the Assam Home Department. There was a project called Project Sabalamban.
Okay.
So in under that project, the institute and Home Department along with our State Bank of India, we could provide loan to around 1,200 beneficiaries,
Okay.
and those were surrendered militants.
Okay. Wonderful.
First time in the country where surrendered militants were provided loan
That's
to
quite an
start
achievement.
their activities. So our institute has been associated with these kind of activities, and again we are also tying up with any organization that comes up to us, and we always provide the capacity building training program, because as I have told you, we all have the strength of faculty members who are well versed in the subject of entrepreneurship development.
Correct. That's quite heartening to know that. And what I want to know here is that when you talk of the skilling programs, when you talk of all this hand holding that SIPRD does, are there specific modules, because we really talk a lot about digital literacy these days. So do we have specific modules as far as digital literacy is concerned, perhaps business development is concerned, and in general digital empowerment, so to say? Do we have such skilling programs?
We
For the women?
we have some sessions for in every training programs that we are associated with. As already I have mentioned, that in we have training programs for the Panchayat elected representative of the Panchayati Raj institutions.
Okay.
So those numbers are also quite high, because 50% of the Panchayat representatives are women.
Women, yeah.
So during those training programs, we make them aware of the entrepreneurship programs.
Acha.
So we tell them that our institute has a presence in almost all the districts. So where we have our computer centers, which are offering training courses, where we can provide the knowledge of digitally going for marketing or digitally going for some financial activities. So we cover these activities in the training programs, as well as we offer courses for the entrepreneur as well as officials who are interested in undergoing these courses.
That would be general, not like women centric.
Not only women, for
yeah,
all
in
it is
general.
open,
Okay.
but women are also preferred for
Yes,
joining
yes,
those training programs.
Definitely. Okay, now talking about women in very remote, very underserved areas. So how does SIPRD ensure the outreach to these particular women? Because they might not even be aware of the schemes and everything that is going on. So how do you ensure that?
So once again, I have to mention the role of Assam State Rural Livelihood Mission Society.
Okay.
So we are from under the same departments of Panchayat and Rural Development. So Assam State Rural Development Society, they are developing the women as SHGs. So they are having inclusion of all women who are living in the rural areas.
Okay.
Even in the remote areas
Remotest
also.
of
So
areas.
those
Okay.
women are trained by our institute. So these women, they come for training in our institute.
Okay.
So we have a reach to the remotest part also.
All right.
And they may be member of SHG federations, they may be member of the village level organization, they may be member of the farmers producer company. So for all the clientele groups, we conduct different training programs,
Okay.
so that they can perform the role being given under the ASLRM banner.
All right, wonderful. So that area is also covered. The remotest areas are
Yes,
also being
madam.
brought under the blanket. That's wonderful. We did talk about the socio-cultural norms being an issue, and you did say that the women are they are mostly doing these activities during their free time. What I want to know is that from policy intervention aspect, right? If we can we even think of policy interventions that are better tailored to actually address these systemic issues?
Actually, the mindset needs to be changed.
Right.
So women has to come up and think that they have to go for commercial activities. Whatever activities they are associated with, they get a chance to go for part-time. Even in handloom also we have seen that whenever they complete the household work, they go for handloom working in the loom which is available at their home. So if these things can be made commercialized, if they can learn the benefit of doing it as a full-time activity, and if they can understand that their earning will be much more, if they get associated full-time with those activities, then it will be benefit for them.
Yeah, some kind of sensitization is required,
So
I
that
think.
I want to mention that Udyamini is actually doing in that line.
Acha.
So whatever training programs we have been associated with Udyamini, so those entrepreneurs, they are getting that tune and they have been trained in that manner so that they can become commercially viable activity, they can take up and earn much more and take up the activity at a full-time level. So not only their production will increase, that will also increase their income level.
So the Udyamini initiative is actually making a difference, you say.
Yes, because their mindset.
Yes.
Whenever we see, we have been associated with Udyamini and we have trained around more than 200 beneficiaries of Udyamini, and their mindset is a bit better because they are accepting the things in a commercial way.
All right, all right. That's again quite wonderful. If I can ask you, because you're working with them so closely, can you share these success stories, because that is something that always is so positive and so motivating. So some success story related with some women or entrepreneur from which others also can take inspiration.
So I cannot actually figure out some activities now, but if we, as I have told you, under Project Rupantar, there are many women, at least we can show 50 to 60 women enterprises which are very, very successful in the districts of Dibrugarh and Tinsukia.
Okay.
So that those are success stories under Project Rupantar. And under Chief Minister Jivan Jyoti Yojana, as I have told you, we implemented that project from the year 2005. So there also, for the first time, we had some women who started driving the power tillers and tractors in the field.
Okay.
Perhaps for the first time, women were driving tractors and power tillers. So those are the success stories we can share if you want. We have those success stories.
Right.
So that changed the mindset. Actually, earlier only men were driving the power tillers and tractors.
Yeah.
So once that project we gave in maybe in Sonapur area of Kamrup districts or in other districts also, we have seen women taking up these activities of mechanized farming, which was earlier not seen in our state.
Okay. And adding to that, I'd like to ask another question. We do talk of women and the traditional sectors that they are indulged in, but have we been seeing any change of late wherein they are going for some non-traditional sectors as well? Like for instance, we mentioned under Udyamini initiative that they're going for clean energy. Yes. But have you had some such cases under SIPRD where you have trained them and you have observed these things? So are there instances?
In 2 or 3 activities which were not earlier accepted by women, because traditionally they are associated with farming also. So women are associated with that. On agriculture and allied activities like veterinary, fishery, they are totally associated with them. Now they are taking up some commercial activities, as I have told you, beautician and tailoring or handloom, they are well associated with them. In addition to these activities, women now they are in the hospitality sector specifically.
All right.
So they are willing to join.
Okay. What exactly are they doing in the hospitality sector?
Hospitality sector.
Homestays, we are talking of homestays.
They are taking up those activities of homestay. They are opening homestays in their villages, and some educated. There will be less than 18 years. So educated girls, they are taking up some training under our department, and they are becoming trained professionals
Okay.
and joining big hotels as support staff in hospitality sector.
All right.
Even in medical sector also, there's, we have seen many women taking up nursing activity.
Okay.
So they are trained in those sectors, and they are being appointed by those trainers also. We have some trainers like Apollo hospitals. So they train, and after the training, they are giving them
Absorbed in those sectors.
absorbing them in their own hospitals, so that they can get a job.
Correct. That's wonderful. So it's not just the entrepreneurship, but even profession-wise, they're
Yes,
being
yes,
absorbed.
yes,
You say that's really wonderful. Okay, now again coming back to entrepreneurship and rural women, we know that market access can be a real problem. I think, right? So how does rather SIPRD help connect them? And when I say market, I don't really mean the physical market, but even the digital one. For instance, we do talk of the online selling platforms these days, right? So are we doing something in that sector as well?
So as a training institute, we are trying to reach our clientele group, so that they can go for marketing of their products. So Gulab Borbora State Institute of Panchayat and Rural Development, we have our own marketing linkage, and that is under the banner of Asta.
Okay.
So we have an outlet, but that caters to a very limited number of women entrepreneurs.
All right.
So we have our own marketing linkage. We under the project Rupantar, we have outlets in Duliajan and Dibrugarh,
All right.
where we are selling the products, rural products,
Okay. When you say rural products, that includes agriculture,
handloom, handicrafts,
okay,
and other agricultural activity
all right.
products
as
also.
well.
So we have that linkages, and as I have told you, we offer training programs for almost all the clientele groups if they want to go for digital marketing, if they go for some financial training, that also we are offering.
Okay.
So to the entrepreneurs at different levels.
And when you say you offer those programs to them, how willing are they to come and take it up? Because we are really talking about rural women. So instead, is there any possibility, or is there any way where we can actually involve them in the process or make them more aware, and or is it just an offering and then whoever comes and takes it up?
We have seen that those who are associated with an activity, they show interest.
Okay, yeah. So the interest
So
is there. You say.
if in some sort of motivation is also required. So during the training program, we try to motivate them. So if you go for digital marketing, if your product is available in the Facebook, if your product is available in digital platform, people will contact you directly, and you will be able to sell your products. So instead of selling in your own village, if you can create the platform and you can offer your products, people from far away places will place a order.
Yes.
So those things we are encouraging these women entrepreneurs to come up with. And we have seen some change of mindset. So actually when if the income level increases, so their motivation level is also
the entire
increases.
family, and in fact after a point of time the entire community is uplifted. So why not? I don't think anybody should have an issue. But again, I would just like to press a little bit more on this, because we are talking of genuine problems when it comes to women coming out to do these kind of entrepreneurial ventures, right? So how important do you think is this concept of gender sensitization as far as entrepreneurship programs are concerned? What I want to know basically is that, see, these problems are there, and we cannot just say that in the rural sector. I think even in urban regions we do face it, right? To some extent, maybe not to that extent. So some form of gender sensitization, and do you see, more important than that, do you see any change that has been happening perhaps, in the past few years, few decades maybe?
So definitely, whatever I have observed as an official, I have been working in this department for the last 25 years. So from my experience also, what I have seen, there is a change of mindsets. Even in the implementation process also, the self-help group movement, earlier it was open for both men and female. But we have seen that the success with female is much more.
Okay.
So women are being preferred in the implementation of the centrally sponsored schemes or state sponsored schemes. So women, because they have a commitment towards the work.
True.
So they, whatever, they are always thinking of repaying their loan. They are always thinking of enhancing the income for their family. They want their children to be, to have a better life.
True.
So those successful things are motivating the society now. And even they have, gradually they are taking up some activities which were earlier only confined to male.
Yeah.
So now in this challenge is slowly being overcome.
Okay.
And this SHG movement has been very, very successful. Till date, we have more than 40 lakhs of women associated with the SHG movement in Assam.
Okay. Okay.
So every household has a member. And even in the social factors also, they are very, very active. We have Gram Sabhas in the village. If we say, when we analyze the Gram Sabhas, we see the participation of the women is much higher.
Right, right.
And these women entrepreneurs who are part of the SHG, they actively take part in the Gram Sabhas.
Okay.
And they become, and they try to mobilize the other women also.
All right, all right.
So that creates a awareness among the women.
True.
So that's how the things have been changing. So many activities which were earlier not done by women earlier, now they are taking up in the rural areas.
What I wanted to know particularly here is that are the men happy about it? I mean, even if they are not happy, are they supporting them?
They are now they are supporting.
Now
when the income is increasing, they are slowly trying to get adjusted to the situation.
Yeah, that's what will bring the actual change, I
Yes.
think, because you know, it is not about one restricting or oppressing the other. It's about going ahead together. So now I think, yeah, the
Because
real
our
change.
department, we have been associated with the panchayats also. So there, if there is a representation of 50% women,
Right.
so automatically 50% leaders are women in the rural areas.
True, true, true.
And in
has to
fact,
be-
it is much more than 50, number is higher than 50%.
More than 50%, yes. It has to be inclusive. I mean,
Yes.
there's no way out, I feel. Absolutely. Okay, now since we are talking of SIPRD, and you know, there are so many community-based organizations, we can talk of these. You've already talked about the SHGs, we have the cooperatives, we have various producer groups as well. So, if I ask you, what role do they play in supporting women's, women entrepreneurship or enterprises in your observation? What role do they play, do you think?
These institutions are actually making the women work in a professional manner.
True.
They are giving the opportunity to the women. So now they have their own decision making capacity. So if they have the money, if they have the revolving fund, if they have some fund with which they can work with, they can lend to the members of the SHGs. So like this, the movement has been very, very successful.
Okay.
And creation of the farmers producer company, we have seen that they are taking up those activities in a commercial manner, which was earlier lagging.
Right.
So things are slowly turning into a commercial and a professional way.
Yes. And that is what is required, I believe,
Yes.
because we really need to go beyond sustenance,
Yes.
right? It has to be commercial. Okay, we have talked a lot about training, we have talked about all these flagship programs and everything. But when it comes to long-term sustainability, when it comes to growth, right, what I would want to know is that, is there any follow-up mechanism, is there any impact assessment tool which you actually go for, so that you make an assessment regarding, you know, how much they have grown, or are they going in the right path, or do they need any hand holding? So do you have any such mechanism?
Yes, monitoring is always there. Under any programs or schemes, monitoring is one of the most important tool to measure the success of the program. So as I have told you, there's some credit linked programs. Whenever the repayment is good, we assess that those programs have been successfully implemented.
Okay.
Because once the enterprise is doing business in a profitable manner, then only they will be able to repay the loans. And in most of the cases, the women SHGs or women nowadays one concept is there, joint liability groups.
Okay.
Along SHG is a bigger, it comprises of 10 to 20 women.
Okay.
Joint liability groups comprise of 5 women.
All right.
So those groups are also been successful.
Okay.
So they are taking up the activity, they are taking some loans, and if they are able to repay the loans, it is considered that their business has some growth.
Okay.
And it has profitability, because of which they are able to repay the loans. Again, we see we generally assess their business volume, how they are doing the business, what is their increase in the productivity, or whether production level is increased or not. So they are whether they are interested in scaling up their activities or not.
True.
So like this, the monitoring process is always there.
It is always there.
And again, as I have told you, it is not a one-time loan and other thing. So they can go for repeated and higher amount of loan from the bank if they are successful in their initial activities.
So the intervention is there, is
Yes,
what you are saying.
It is a continuous process.
Okay, that's nice. And again, I mean, if you talk about these women entrepreneurs, the fact that they have been, you know, in this, they have been, as I said, these entrepreneurial ventures that they are into. From your observation, right, so many years you have been working at the ground level, what have you observed, that what are the most common mistakes that they made? Because I am not ready to believe that it's a 100% success story, because I'm sure there are, right? So we need to take that into account. What are the lessons we learn? I mean, which are the mistakes that they are making?
The first mistake was earlier it was a sharing of the money. Whatever money they used to get, the group member used to share it. And once it is shared, so some of them may be starting their activities, some may not start their activities.
Okay.
That was a mistake earlier.
All right.
But now we have some laws, we have some rules which the SHG or the joint liability groups has to follow.
Right, right.
So it has to be at least 6 months old to apply for a bank loan.
Achha.
So in 6 months, the activity of the SHG or JLG is observed. If the observation says that they are performing in a good manner, they are regularly organizing meetings among the group members, they have with their own money started the activity. So these are the positive things that are coming. So once they have started the activities, it is easy to motivate them, and if they get some money, they can initiate the process.
Okay, okay, okay. The
So
cycle
this is
starts
the
turning.
in the implementation it has changed.
Right, right, right.
Though it is not 100% success, but it is nearing to that figure.
So institutionalization of the entire process is what is helping it, I think.
helping it.
Yeah. So that's, in fact, that's wise enough.
Because
That's logical enough.
I want to add here, we have very good example in the state of, say, Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, Bihar, or even in Tamil Nadu also. So this women SHG movement has been very, very successful there.
Okay.
So they are the they have come to a stage where these SHGs or SHG federations are converting themselves into women banks.
Wow. Okay, that's a
So
huge
here
step.
it is in that, not in that maybe not in that stage, but initialization has started.
Okay, okay.
Now the women can understand that we can do something, we are getting money from the government, we can start our activities, we can scale up again with the assistance from the government, and we can revolve our money among us and become successful entrepreneurs.
Wonderful.
There are so many initiatives of the government, they will get the assistance.
So the southern states are ahead of us, but I think we are going to catch up soon
Maybe.
with the help and support of organizations like yours, right? With initiatives like Udyamini.
Yes.
All right. Before wrapping up this discussion, I would want to know two things from you. My last question has two segments. One is that when it comes to a vision, if I ask you, right, you know, where do you see our rural women entrepreneurs in the next 5 years, as far as they are concerned, the rural women entrepreneurs are concerned, And when it comes to strengthening this entire ecosystem, what kind of, what is your vision? What are the innovations that you think are required to strengthen this ecosystem for the rural women entrepreneurs?
First of all, the women, they should get the motivation, they should get the little assistance to initiate their process of production. They should go for commercial production activities, so that their whatever their product they are producing, they are at par with the national level other producer, so that they can compete with the professional players or the established organizations. If they are suppose in the handloom sector, they should compete with some very good brands of handloom products that are being available in other parts of the country.
So, upgradation is a must.
Yes. So, if our production level, quality of the production increases, then if our product are quality products, so automatically that will give them advantage, for which they have to adopt the technology. They have to adopt the required change in designs. If we consider the handloom sector, we have to think about colors that are being liked by not only our own people. We should think about colors that are being liked by the other states.
Correct. And as far as that is concerned, SIPRD comes into the picture.
Yes.
You sensitize them about these things.
Yes.
Okay.
So, during the capacity building training or in the skill development training, we go for sample production.
Okay.
We show them that traditional colors are very good, but these are not marketable products.
Okay.
Quality is very good, but we have to think of colors that attracts the other people from other states also.
Yes, yes. They need to be in tune with the market and
so
this
is one thing we have to do. Again, as I have told you, finance is always a challenge. If they go for some government assistance, it is very good. If they are unable to get government assistance, the process of bank loans to some extent should be eased for those entrepreneurs. If they get some specialized loans, so then only their confidence will increase.
Okay. Yeah.
Because in some cases monies are required, because some traditional product investment is a bit more.
Any entrepreneurial journey, I think, is based on money. So, that is a must.
That money availability should be ensured.
Right.
That will help them. Again, some organization like Udyamini, if they are able to change the mindset of the entrepreneurs, so make them think commercially, make them think ahead of their time, then only it will be better for them.
And I think you would definitely say that in the next 5 years we are reaching there. That mindset change will definitely be there.
Because the mindset is changing. Whatever we saw on my personal level, we saw 25 years back, it is not now.
Yeah, very true.
The women are coming up. That empowerment has been much faster than expected in our state.
Right, right. And what I feel very appealing in all this, that we are talking of these women as mostly first generation entrepreneurs,
yes,
I think.
Mostly.
Yes, and how the entire family, because of course the support of the husband and he being associated with the women is there, but the next generation, the children,
yes,
I think that is where the greatest impact lies as a community,
yes,
right? Because
yes,
they are also going to follow that path,
yes,
hopefully, but they'll already have that knowledge, they'll
because
already have access to that info.
Those children will also be motivated.
Yes,
because
entirely.
if the mothers earn something, if the mother is economically stable, she always does good things for the children.
True, 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 true.
She tries to offer the best education for the children.
Yes.
So she always tries that the children lives in a happy atmosphere, happy environment.
True.
So that also helps the next generation.
True, 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 true. These are wonderful lessons actually that we have in as far as rural women entrepreneurship specifically is concerned. Entrepreneurship in general, but rural women entrepreneurship in particular. So wonderful having this discussion with you, sir, and thank you so much for coming here. Thank you for sharing all your insight. We really hope that we can have an exclusive session talking about all the success cases, because that is going to be so motivating for all the women who are watching. And also the lessons that we have learned, because yes, we have to keep in mind that there are so many things yet that needs to be done, right? We still need to take steps in those directions, but yes, we will be there. Slow and steady will definitely be there.
Okay.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And dear viewers, as whatever you have heard today, I'm sure that you must have realized one thing, that when we talk of building entrepreneurship, especially women entrepreneurship, we are not just talking about building businesses. It is also about building resilience. It is about building self-reliance and leadership, and that too at the grassroots level. And with organizations like Gulab, Borbora, SIPRD, and initiatives like Udyamini, I think the day is not far when we are going to have these dreamers, these women entrepreneurs being converted, being transformed to doers and to change makers. They're going to not just uplift each other, but the entire community along with them. All that is required perhaps is a little bit of support, and they are going to flourish with that support. So as I said, if you have been moved by today's conversation, then we do invite you to support a rural woman entrepreneur. Perhaps if nothing else, start a discussion which will at least break barriers. This is your host Sangeeta Bhattacharjee, and thank you so much for being with us at Udyamini Speaks. See you all very soon. Thank you.